All right, and we are live. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Thought I would chat a little bit about what we're doing with the training here, what's going on with that. Because again, returning to conjugate going to be popular here with the fans. A lot of fans have chimed in, a lot of clients have chimed in, a lot of people are happy I went back to doing it. It's something I'm very well known for, something I tend to run for years at a time, and I tend to always go back to the system, and I'm already seeing the benefits. We're already seeing the benefits. Now, did we make this public or not? That's the real question. There we go. Taking a minute for people to get in here. So, I already got that first like. So, yeah, I did not think I was going to get a 500 today. I was going to do some sort of squat. Am I going to want to do a safety bar? Do I want a box of chains? And I'm like, now let's just do a good morning. So I threw the cambered bar up, did my set of reverse hypers to warm up and just started ramping it. And as I'm ramping, I'm like, this actually feels pretty good. Like by the time I got to about 350, it was like, yeah, this is getting easy. I did 405. I'm like, I could have done 5, 6 reps with that easy. So I'm like, I was thinking I was going to get somewhere between 425 up to about 450 today because I've only started recently doing the good mornings again. I had said I want a goal of getting to a 500 plus again. But what happened? I start ramping 445. I'm like, that was not a max, right? That was not a max. So I went ahead and threw 25 on the little micro plates just to get to 500. Knocked out 500. Was really happy with it. Really happy with it. So again, it looks like the max effort work is already paying off. I'm going to keep doing some rep work on those. I think on my dynamic day, I'm going to do some real high rep good mornings. But yeah, just kind of keep the stuff flowing. We're hitting some pretty good lower body lifts so far. Hitting some good lower body lifts. I'm going to keep getting stronger. I'm going to work on recompositioning further. I want to get leaner, get bigger. I want my arms to come up more. So I'm going to have a dedicated bicep day like tomorrow. I'm going to come in and do about 18 to 20 sets for biceps tomorrow, you know, and yeah, just going to keep flowing with all of that. So yeah, pretty much what I'm doing. But I think it's going to make stuff popular again because when I had all the client blogs, when I was doing conjugate, getting real strong before, what happened with this channel? It was coming along really good. So I think this is what people want. They've spoken. Like my audience has spoken. They've said, this is what we want. We want client blogs. We want you hitting the big lifts again. Yeah, you can keep working on physique. You can keep getting more jacked. You can keep bringing your arms up and keep getting more veins and leaner. But we want to see the big conjugate numbers again. I've had so many followers tell me that. And even ones who talk to me regularly in private, like long-term fans, like, dude, this is really what you need to do. So, and I'm enjoying it. I like the training system. I tend to get more clients when I'm pushing it. Clients love conjugate. That's what I find too. So it's good for business. Like I literally had a client who told me recently they couldn't afford coaching anymore. Right? They told me that he told me this. He comes to me 2 days ago and goes, hey, if I pay you a month of coaching, will you get me back on conjugate just for the month and I rotate back out? Yep. There it was. Coach, what's a good barbell row equivalent to a 500 deadlift? I don't know. Right? Like, I don't know, man. Just get as strong as you can on it because your posterior chain is still going to be the limit. Get rid of this nonsense. Are sissy squats good? Old school bodybuilding routines. I like sissy squats. I like sissy squats personally. Absolutely. But back over to your question, the sissy squats. I have a sissy squat device. I think it's a good exercise. I may work them back in personally just for extra quad work. Perfectly valid, perfectly valid exercise. I used to not be a fan of it. I warmed up to it, right? I warmed up to it. So yeah, I think it's a good exercise. Obviously, can't replace squats or big, heavy compounds, but as a supplemental quad lift, yeah, it's fantastic. Also, why do we have all these questions? There's only 2 likes. Give Daddy some likes. Come on now. We got plenty of viewers for 5 minutes in. Come on, hit that like button for Daddy. There we go. Thank you. Give me some more of them likes. Come on. Hit that button for me. How low should we go in good mornings? Can we go low because of low back? It's going to depend on how heavy you're going in the levers. So, Marco, you're going to reach a point where you have to be able to counterbalance it. When you start getting well above your body weight, here's about what I find. Particularly more than about 1.5 times your body weight, you can only go as low as you can counterbalance. Okay. It depends on how far you can stick your butt back as far as how low you can go. But why does that also matter? Man, practicing those really heavy good mornings like that, right, will teach you to box squat, because it will teach you to push your hips back, push your ass back on the box squat. And if you can do that, you'll get a strong box squat. Now we're going to sound like Louis Simmons. Can I say it in Louis Simmons' voice? Are you ready? If you get strong on the good morning and you get to where you're doing double your body weight or more, you'll have to push your hips back, and that'll teach you to sit back on the box squat. And if you can sit back on the box squat, you will build an enormous squat. There we go. That was my Louis Simmons imitation. It's all about the special exercises. The spatial exercises, as you call them. So there's what you're dealing with. Roland says, I've also found that to go lower than a certain point in good mornings, knees start to want to bend. So maybe keeping it higher is better. There's always going to be some knee bend as you get really, really, really strong on them. It's invariable. But that's okay, because we're doing a power good morning. I mean, shouldn't we be trying to get to 500, 600, 700? I hit that 500 pretty well today, and I feel like I need to start working towards a 600 good morning. Do you know why? Because if I can good morning a weight, I can always squat it. Just keep building the quads with hypertrophy work and do speed boxes. And I always get a big squat out of it. Hey, coach, bench 115 kilograms, deadlift 220, but my squat's still stuck at 140 for months. I've increased quad volume a lot. RP, what you're doing is correct. So you've got the hip hinge strength to do 5 plates on the deadlift. You've been doing your quad volume. Okay. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. You're on the right track. Let me be clear. Your game plan, you're like, I've got the deadlift up, the squat's falling, but I'm doing more quad volume. Keep building the quads. Try working on some speed boxes and stuff too. Okay. No, keep going. Like you're in the right direction. Josh, hey brother, what's up, Josh? Keep benching heavy, Josh. I know you're working on your bench. I want to see some PRs, and I want to see you link them coming up. All right, Josh, I want to see some bench PRs. If you don't want me to clown you, let's get stronger, and let's get those some clips of it over here. Greetings, Coach Blahoni and Jeanette. What's up, Lester? Buck tow truck deadlifts 800 pounds for 2 and said your body is what? Man, and nobody asked you. I'm surprised how well the 500 came up. I wasn't expecting it to go up that fast. It's coming along, bro. So we're going to keep pushing it up. I think I want to run the SSB for just a little bit, take that stimulus to fatigue now, and build those muscles up more and see if we can get up to 550 again. I think that's what needs to happen. Coach, you're Slovakia. No, technically I'm Czech, but I understand because they've been the same country at different points. So there's different ethnicities there, for those who are unaware. My actual ethnicity would be Czech, and my name is actually Czech. So. What's with these TikTok influencers using ED drugs for a pump? It's actually common. It's very, very popular. Most steroid dealers sell Cialis and Viagra, actually. No, they're so old school. They're legitimate PEDs, like dead serious, dude. All those nitric oxide drugs are actual real PEDs. No, seriously, no joke. It's minor, but it's been documented, right? No, I don't use any. I don't need them. Nice one. Yeah, I need to learn how to box squat properly. You said in a previous video. So if I said it, then why do you need to ask? I like girls' armpits. So what? I like when my girl comes back from the gym all sweaty too. All right. Our 100-pound dumbbell curls good. Bro, 100-pound dumbbell curls are freakish. 100-pound dumbbell curls are freakish. Marcini, you said it's massive if the form is tight. I'm going to say even if the form is loose, it's massive. Old school. Even if they're using some swing and body English. Right? It's still massive. I mean, unless they are pretty much cleaning them up, they're massive. Josh said, yes, sir. All right, Josh, I want to see those PRs, man. Greetings from India, sir. I have crippling ED. Where would you suggest I take to cutis? Bob's and Veggie. Man, that wasn't right. I shouldn't have went there. But I knew when you said, sir, you were from India, though. You could try Viagra. You could try some testosterone. Test life is the best life. Brosit. Lisa says, why are my comments showing up? I don't know, Lisa, because maybe because you're asking a bunch of stuff that's hitting my filter. Maybe you need to not be inappropriate and don't be a nasty girl in my comments, even though you're probably not a girl. You're probably one of my stalker dudes who jerks off to my butt and is a dude using a girl's name on top of it. Nobody curls 100-pound dumbbells with strict form, right? I mean, there might be someone out there, but my God, would they have to be massive, right? I mean, Roland, maybe a guy who's over 300 pounds so that he can counterbalance it on 5 grams of test with 22-inch biceps. Maybe, might be somewhat strict. He'd be a monster, though. I mean, the dude would have to be monstrous because you have to think about even the counterbalancing hit. He's got to have some real size on him. There's no 190-pound guys doing that. Is Will Tinney natty? Probably not. I need to investigate them. The Barbarian Brothers were only using 120s for dumbbell curls. They were monstrous, though. Those dudes were freaks. I remember them doing like 500-pound front squats and stuff. He says, sir, your Indian accent impression is very offensive. I apologize, man. I didn't mean to be offensive. I was just trying to, just like I imitate everyone else's accents. Louis Simmons, Cali Muscle. I even imitate National Hypertrophy with his outrageous French accent, right? I imitate people, man. If you can't handle imitations, you're not going to be thick-skinned enough for this channel, dude. You may want to just roll on out, homie. Speaking of which, get those likes. We only have 9 likes. Click that like button for Daddy. Come on now. Bucktoe, I'll send you some bobs and badging if you hit that like button for me. Coach, have you seen the Gym Reaper? The man must be an alien that did a clap bench with 3. That's just stupid. I don't care that it's impressive. Why would you do something that dumb? Risking breaking fingers, risking breaking your thumb, risking breaking your hand just to show off for something that's not really going to make you stronger. Now, that being said, so that's just dumb. Now, the guy is obviously a freak. Right? Okay. Ben, I don't understand your post. Okay. No, I can't do an impression of that $2 truck. Well, I'm probably going to get rid of you now that you just a troll. Now I'm going to let you stay. Can you do a Cali Muscle impression? Yeah, hold on. Oh, Jason bleep block, flute block. Over here acting like he's making bullets, right? That guy. It's always important that you say, it's got to be 3 times. He always does it 3 times when he does it. Count. So next time you watch Kelly Russell, and every time he goes, in the middle of the sentence, he does it 3 times exactly. So even when he said my name, remember it's Jason Fleet Block, Blue Block, You got to get it right. Because if you don't get the number of the uhs right, it doesn't sound like him. It's important. Speaking of which, give more likes for Daddy. Come on now, hit that like button. I'll talk to you all sexy to get those likes up. Come on now, ring my bell, baby. Go on. Click that like button for Daddy. You know you want to. It's sitting at 10. There we go. Thank you. I don't think about Callie Muscle's blue eyes at all, to be honest. I'll give you a like if you tell me your favorite grip strength. I don't know that I have a favorite. Lots of pulling without straps. But I do see a problem with your name. So you're out of here by default. Then toss in some plate curls. Plate pinches are actually pretty good. Plate pinches are good. Coach, I was doing above the knee rack pulls in the gym I go to, and I effed up all their barbells. Am I in the wrong? You were definitely in the wrong. You should be banned for life from every gym forever for that. I think Strap-on Destiny should be banned from every commercial gym for life, just due to the number of barbells he destroyed. I'm not going to watch it. I don't feel like getting in a fight with Bromley. I really don't. It's not. I have reasons to not get in a fight with him. I would rather him focus on some other people who I'd like to see him take down, even though I think that topic is ass clownery. Losing the straps is the best thing you can do for your grip and forearms. Again, right? Note. Why is your sexy voice a threat? No, Jack, it's not. So, Jack, you want me to use my sexy voice for you without doing it as a threat? Are you happy now? Come on now, hit that like button for Daddy Jack. Come on, hit that button. We're at 12 likes. Reach up and ring my bell. Post-medical school residency and radiology training, your advice helped me get through. Oh, okay. I think I remember your post before. Yeah, cool, dude. Awesome, brother. I'm glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. All that radiology, though, of course, you're back there behind all the thing. You don't get that much exposure, right? It's the patients who get all the radiation. Imagine being CM. Where is CM? No, CM is just, he's having fun. He doesn't really do that. Hey, not, I'll crush your apple. Wait, that didn't sound right. The dude would be joining my OnlyFans now. I'd be like, oh, Lord. I join your OnlyFans. Will you crush my apple? That's what he said. Church, you seem to be withering away. What? I'm 220 pounds. I just did a 500-pound good morning on camera. You have to be. Are you an ass? All right. Jason, you can swimming to be a good, not necessarily GPP, but it's a good form of cardio. Like it's just general cardio. I think swimming is phenomenal. Does smoking the leaf affect muscle gain? Man, subject to a lot of debate. I mean, if it helps you relax, it might actually help with recovery, but the smoking aspect is bad for your conditioning and your recovery. So the fact that you're smoking is the problem. Now, if you were consuming cannabis in edible form instead of smoking, we might be able to make a case for some potential improved recovery. It may help you with gains. I'm not saying it's going to make a big deal, just a small amount. Just a small amount. Hey, Withered, your mama's losing arm size by the day. There are no qualifications to coach SD. Those qualifications are worthless. And I have no desire to have any. My lifters get strong as hell with low injury risks, low injury rates. I was joking, since that's a word strap-on used to do with Phil, right? I see a Marshall back there in a boss pedal. Can you do some shredding? Buck, drop me a super. Drop me a super and I'll play a little bit real quick. Because people are asking questions right now and that'll distract from the fitness stuff. Right? I mean, I got my Gibson Les Paul and my Fender American strap up there. Daddy's going to pull Anon in timeout because you seem to be a legal mama. How much content can I expect to see on OnlyFans? Tasteful news and then anything else is pay-per-view. It's PG-13 other than the pay-per-view stuff. But people join, they can still get the pay-per-view stuff even when their membership goes because it goes out to everyone who was previously in there. I've never coached a professional swimmer. I've never met a professional swimmer. Hey, Coach, I hit that like for Daddy. Thank you, Peppermint. Years ago, I competed at a judo tournament in Maryland. Everyone was South Korean Team Smoke. They were insane, yeah. Will your clients, some of the ones who want to, if I have hip shifts on low weight deadlifts, why is it? I don't know. You need to learn how to deadlift. I did 405 times 15 when my last set of Romania deadlift state coach. That's solid. I don't think I've done more than usually about sets of 8 with that. You have to give away one of your guitars. Which one would you keep? It's not play that. Obviously, I'm keeping the Les Paul, but is it pay-per-view like SummerSlam? Sort of like that. More of, slapping that thing. I left way more before, but now have hip shift. Hey, dog, you're always coming up with some crazy stuff. You just need coaching. Do they not already have? Yeah, Jack, they have the option. But I leave some of that stuff to them lately. It depends on what we're trying to do. Right? Depends on what we're trying to do. I mean, I'm always going to have clients on conjugate. But whenever I'm promoting conjugate, bunches of my clients get all hyped up about it again, and they want to go on conjugate. It happens a lot. I will get people who apply who want to go on conjugate. I had a client come on last week who wanted to do conjugate. He's on conjugate. New client who I've never coached before. Just the way it goes. How to achieve daddy status. Well, you got to be jacked and old. That's the theory. You got to be over 40 and you got to be cock diesel. That's how you achieve daddy status. Puncture. I don't even have an apple. It's not the hip thing. I'll puncture your mama, though, with my fingers. How's that sound? You rock Michael Jai White and Steven Seagal. Well, I mean, we know Steven Seagal is a grand master in bullshitting, right? You guys familiar with that? So I don't know if Jai White can keep up with that, man. Cottage is just fun and probably just as effective as any other type of strength training. It's fun. And you do get hella strong at all these angles. Cock diesel in your 40s draw all the mills to the yard, Coach. That's right. My milkshake brings all the mills to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Coach, why do you have a big vein on your head in the OnlyFans shoot? I think you mean a big vein on that head in my OnlyFans shoot. Bursting a soda can is much harder than an apple, probably. I don't really know. Do we really care about these things? Also, those likes were 13. Get that like. Get those likes up for Daddy. Come on now. Right? Get those likes up for Daddy. Hit that like button. That like isn't moving. Hit that like button for Daddy. Come on, give me at least one more. There we go. Thank you. Wear gloves if you do the can or you will be cut. I'm familiar with the whole can busting thing. Yep. I'm familiar with the technique of it, and I've seen it done in person up close. You remember me doing the Glock City, right? Why is my mustache is so itchy today? Anthony, what's going on? How you doing, Anthony? Sorry I haven't put up much content lately. I'll get some stuff up soon. I might throw a pay-per-view out tomorrow morning again. And Anthony's a regular on OnlyFans. He buys all the good stuff. Can you break boards with your hands? Why would I want to break a perfectly good board with my hand? I'm very familiar with Mark Burton's injury history. Are we only going to talk about just the bicep? You're not going to discuss any of his other tears? You clearly don't follow him very closely then. I like Martin personally. I've had a couple good conversations with him years ago. I like Martin, but yeah, the trend with the minimalist training is when he started tearing stuff. You got to watch trend, dude. You got to watch it. It will contribute to injuries, especially when you're not building all the supporting tendons up and stuff through certain movements and you're doing the minimalist training like he's doing. You got to be careful of that stuff. Plus, he does pull a slack in his arms. So, but again, I'm not even hating because I actually appreciate Martin and what he kind of brought to the industry, right? So, and I actually like the dude, you know. Robert says, "Good morning, Daddy." Good morning, Robert. Is Trent really that bad for mentals, or is it just internet hype? RPK, I can't handle Trent. I can tell you right now, if I went on Trent, this is my standard line, I'd be running up and down the street naked, butt naked, wearing a Viking helmet with a battle axe, screaming "Blood for the blood god, skulls for the throne of corn," and then laying in a giant puddle of sweat, not sleeping at night. Joe, are we asking me to go dig through stuff and figure out what year? I don't know. That's asking a lot. All right. You don't want to see Daddy. So, Izzer, here's how this works. You know the rules. All right. You know the rules. If you have kinks like that turn you on, like so you get off to me crushing an apple. Anthony, explain to him how it works. Anthony knows. So you go join my OnlyFans. It's $15 a month. You DM me from the OnlyFans what your kink is that you want me to crush an apple on camera. I tell you the price, you pay it, and then I make it and send it over. And I'm not kidding. Anthony, would you let him know you're in here? You're one of my OnlyFans followers. You let him know I'm actually dead serious. It's probably going to cost you about $100. Like if I'm going to be upfront with you, probably going to cost you about $100 for me to crush an apple on the camera for you. You know, while you get off to it or whatever, I'll just send you the clip, or you do whatever you want with it, homie. Yeah. You're asking for custom sex content. So if you get off to me crushing an apple, you have to go to my OnlyFans and you need to pay me for the custom content. I don't care what Krill does. Why is he giving it away for free? He's not Big Dick Daddy Coach Blaha. So if you want me to crush an apple for you and you want a custom video, you need to join the OnlyFans and I'll crush an apple for $100. All right. Have you always had psoriasis, or what age did it start? The youngest that I'm aware of, maybe 3 or 4. I don't know for sure. It was definitely noted by my mom and the doctor, though, maybe around that age. Just an estimate. How often do you deload? I don't. Less weight set. I don't deload, SP. All right. My training buddy has been using BPC 157 for nagging shoulders. Is he seeing a lot of improvements? It's not bad for that at all. It's actually pretty decent. I've had clients who used it. Right. So here's the thing I'm noting. I haven't seen you join my OnlyFans yet. Here's the link again, so go check it out. So you need to join and send your Apple Crush request. Well, old school, they're wanting me to crush an apple, so that's what their kink is. So they keep posting about it, and they don't seem to understand. I literally do content like that for pay. Like I get custom requests, like doing curls in my underwear, flexing on camera, you know, bragging while doing it, stuff like that. Like I charge for that. That's custom content, right? It's custom content. Dude, I deadlift over 600 pounds. I'm pretty sure I crush an apple. Yeah, so I mean, if they want something like that, it's money, guys. You got to pay for that. All right, you got to pay for that. Yeah, men pay for that. They totally pay for it. Old school, they're obviously not straight men. So just an FYI. But you know, those followers are extremely respectful, actually. Like they're super respectful. They're always like, we know you're straight, and I hope that you know this doesn't offend you. My request, and they're like super polite about it. Actually, all of them are, all the ones that buy content like that. So it's cool. How come you didn't have any of your head shaved in the picture in your 20s? I started buzzing it. I mean, I had problems then, obviously. Lots of hydrocortisone. Eventually, I realized buzzing it helped, and then I just started shaving. But Jack, it sounds like you're going to argue about something that we already know is a condition I have. You've seen evidence of it. So this makes you a crazy stalker troll. Get out of here. I mean, again, that's what we talk about, crazy stalkers. Well, if you have psoriasis, like you're going to argue with someone who has psoriasis about if they have psoriasis or not, then how come pictures from your 20s you had hair and you weren't shaving it then? Like, think about the level of mental illness and that level of obsession. Did you ever weigh? No, I was probably my heaviest, probably close to 320. Just a ballpark guess. I was too embarrassed to weigh. Are you trying to get to a 600 squat again while staying lean? Joe, that might be pushing it. Are you ethnically Jewish? No. All right, George, you definitely sound like a stalker. That is one of the questions my stalkers obsess over. Again, get out of here. Bye-bye. So, again, these guys are weirdos. All right. Let's get those likes up there, Daddy. Come on, keep them up a little higher. We need to get to 20 likes. Hit that like button. Well, they're always in Peppermint. They're the same oddballs. It's not new people. I ban them over and over and over. It's the same little group of guys. They sit in their little Discord. They used to sit on the fitness till the FBI closed it down. And it wasn't just over me. They were stalking like 5 other people, including Johnny Bravo's family. Hey, Quadzilla, that's exactly the sort of stuff they care about. How many of us do you estimate there are? Let's see if he knows. Yeah, old school, they're crazy. Do your stalkers mow? Most of them don't lift, actually. No, they don't even lift. Most of them don't even lift. I mean, some of them are just fat, disgusting pieces of shit. Like Jesus, he looks like a Teletubby, dude. He is just a fat, disgusting fuck who doesn't lift and needs a shower. All right. He represents my typical hater. Never touched a weight in his life, got a giant poofa that rolls over his dick and needs a bath. All right. I can't believe people would harass an old guy trying to better himself. What made you switch back to conjugate? I just enjoy the strength gains. It makes my strength skyrocket. So I'm like, why not? Let's do it. Fans loved it. Clients loved it. I think it's fun. I'm like, let's just do it, man. I thought about it more and more. I'm like, let's go back to my roots. I always do it. What do we always say? No matter what other training I go to for a while, Blaha always goes back to conjugate for like 20 years. They're all greasy and don't even lift pretty much. So imagine Frenchie and natural hypertrophy if he just never lifted a weight. No, I have an arm day tomorrow. I'm going to keep a dedicated bicep day in. I'm going to get leaner still. No, we're not done with it at all. We have a whole arm day still every week. Whole arm day. Lowest amount of volume every client, about 6 sets of muscle group, is pretty much the lowest I do for any client. That's rock bottom, homie. The forearms are looking thick and vascular. They are coming along. Do you get bored just doing? No, I'm going to do some chin-ups and then before all the curls. Were you just trolling bodybuilders when you would climb them over study? It was all just in good fun, dude. All right, Joe, keep in mind, when I used to do that, how many real-life friends did I have who were bodybuilders that you guys knew about? You literally would see me hanging out with bodybuilders. You guys saw pictures of me hanging with bodybuilders, all that stuff. You know? It was all in good fun. They thought it was funny too. They thought the G4P stuff was hilarious. Thoughts on 531? Too complicated of a topic for me to cover in a live. Yeah, you're talking about with Nick. Nick has passed away, unfortunately. Hey BC, are you trying to get banned? Only the trolls call me that. So get the fuck out of here. All right. Bodybuilding is super cringe. Well, there is a whole homoerotic culture around it. Like, there's no denying that. Like, that's pretty well known, you know. Old YouTube was endless laughs and trolling missed days. No, yeah, I was just having fun, dude. Did you guys not see me hanging out with bodybuilders the whole time I was making those? Bo Bandy, did you not ever see me chilling and hanging with bodybuilders? I have bros who are bodybuilders. Remember even Nikolai did a collab with Nicola? When we talked about the Olympian, he's like, dude, we've been friends like 20 years. He said it in the video. So that whole time I was chilling and just having fun making those videos. I thought you guys knew that. It should have been obvious. I still don't want to be a bodybuilder. Is it true that Joe Weider had a muscle fetish? Yes. Dog, there you go. Start that clean bulk today. The Van Hammer is busy smashing the crazy cooch. Yes, it is. Chris Jones and I have been cool for years. That Coach Van Hammer hits difference. Hey, Da, I'm not going to answer your hip shift stuff. It sounds like you need form coaching at this point. Did you walk today? No, I'm saving it for just the weekends now. I've already explained this in the vlogs, man. I'm taking my training volumes up, taking some of the cardio out. I want to just stick to the large amounts of it on the weekends. So I still want to do 2 hours of cardio every week. It's going to be the weekends, but I may do some sled work midweek. No, Jakor, he does not mean kilos. He's a regular poster who I chastise and put in timeout regularly. So yes, he is talking about 105 pounds and he having hip shift. I assure you, he does not mean kilos. No, I would not hope the dose. I'm on that TRT life, all legal, all prescription, all from a doctor. And I will tell Any authority is the same thing. I am on legal prescribed TRT from a medical doctor. So, officer, full natty dose. Yeah. 105, what a beast, right? Don needs to up the dose. He needs to up the dose, bro. Test life is the best life. Make those packs back. Why am I doing that for free? Oh, damn. Man, that just turned me into a slut instead of a hoe. I'd say I started balding by my late 20s, at least some. Like it wasn't that bad, but it was definitely there by late 20s, like noticeably so. Yeah, man, why am I over here doing them teddy bounces for free? I'm supposed to get $10 for that. No, I need $10, guys. That's the rules. I just did a teddy bounce. All right, $10 super. I'd be getting that right now through Venmo. All right, or Cash App. All right. If I'm lifting in season for a sport, should I be focused on maintaining strength? Can I add weight to the bar if I'm feeling good? Yeah, you can add weight to the bar. There's no reason you can't make gains in season in your sport. It's just going to be slower. You have to proceed with caution, Jack. Because those are natty numbers in the online world, right? Coach is not bald, guys. No, I'm bald. Free show. How come Arnold never went bald despite the gear? Genetics, the drug choices, so on and so forth. Where's that on the cloud? I don't know. Who has a better chance of losing virginity, NH or Leonidas? I mean, I don't know which one's pitching and which one's catching. No, I don't pay anyone to do all my own stuff. I just use Sony Vegas. All right. I think NH and Strap-on lost their virginity at the same time, and it was a beautiful scene. They probably should have put it up on OnlyFans. They probably could have made a lot of money. Right? And I guarantee you they both wore straps for it. There was reach around being done with straps involved. I'm so strong I broke my. Okay. Dog, we don't even know about that. No, they use straps. Those guys don't mix grip. They use straps for everything. I mean, beds do break sometimes. No, it's not risky during sex. He has bigger arms. He got bigger fat sets for sure. Do you use chalk rows? Yes, I use chalk for all my pulling. I use liquid grip. No, neck training is not a waste of time. Rick Wayne says Arnold dumped a lot of vitamin S. He was big on Primo and Devo. Let's see. Can you recomp into abs? Maybe, but it takes a lot of work. Why the liquid grip? Just don't want to mess. Yep, I don't want the chalk all over my garage. I don't want the chalk everywhere when I try to chalk everything out. The brand is Liquid Grip. Yes, the brand is Liquid Grip. I've used it forever. I've always been happy with it. Do you think Revival Fitness Natty? No. And I think his diet is ridiculous. Or I could just use Liquid Grip and not have to deal with it. Now you go in timeout again. Daddy's putting you in timeout once again. All right. No, you don't need tequila, dude. No, that's not true. Number one and number two, man. You don't need alcohol. Your life is better without it. God needs to learn his lesson. No, he definitely needs a coach. I think he's just a troll. He's in here all the time. He has 3 different names. He uses the same. He posts the same stuff, same weight, same lift, same body weight, height, everything. And he asks the same questions all the time. And then he tries to pretend like he's going to dominate me or something. So he'll call me little guy, and then I just put him in timeout. How many grams? Mike O'Hearn's a low doser. Mike is a DECA growth hormone type guy, very conservative user. I'm just going off observing the history over the decades in his look. No, I don't think he uses even a full gram at all, let alone grams. He's just dialed in, super dialed in, great genetics, great work ethic, great diet. Mike O'Hearn is an inspiration to millions in the Natty Republic. What kind of program do you use back in the day to get a 455 bench? I didn't get a 455 bench ever. What are you talking about? No, RPA probably isn't Natty. No, I never benched 200 kilos. Nope. Sorry to disappoint. Let's see how new of a profile this is. This is going to be good. Well, it's a week old. It wasn't created just today. Okay. He's had a lot of work done. It's crazy obvious. Yeah. Hey, Spiky, I put you in timeout already. You don't get to come under your Spiky comment either. Coach, can we get any striations in your shoulders? Maybe. I mean, there were some popping out a little when I did those forearm shots today. Yeah, he's back. So is Spiky. He's got another name too. He has 3 different names. I put him in timeout regularly. I don't ban him. I just put him in timeout. Coach, just so you implement the Leonidas pull-up and Alpha Destiny press, should I add a third movement? Yeah, strap penor pulls. I think Mike O'Hearn has a wig and a Botox in his face outside of AHG. It should also help him stay youthful. Yep. Spiky and Dahl are the same person. He has 3 accounts. Okay. Would you use straps for a croc row? No. Don't need straps for rows. Row that shit raw. Have you ever engaged Mike O'Hearn? We had a little bit of a beef at one time. It did not go well. It turned into a discussion with a gym owner in real life where he was going to show up at a gym where I trained. We had to have a talk because Mike threatened to slap me and I threatened to smoke him in response. And the gym owner knew me personally, so she's like, Jason, we got to talk about this. You can't just go dumping a mag in him in the middle of the gym. I'm like, the fuck, I can't. He threatened to slap me and he claims to be a judo champion. That's deadly force. I am justified. Since he is a trained martial artist, 10 yards is the legal threat zone. He has officially threatened me with deadly force. 10 yards. It'll stand in court. Unless he's not really a judo champion like he lies about being, but he says he is. Threat zone is 10 yards. So she had to have a talk with Mike. She had to have a talk with me. He said he is a judo champion. He is a deadly weapon. His hands are a deadly weapon. And he said he was going to slap me in the tits, was his exact words. For no reason, by the way. It's like, okay. Yeah, she had a talk with him. The gym owner's like, he's not playing. Like, you don't know Jason. He's not playing on the internet like that. He's like, he'll actually do it. He didn't realize it. I'm like, dude, he is a deadly weapon. Now he didn't apologize, but he told her he wouldn't slap me, and she defused it. She said, "Oh, I won't hit him. I'll, you know." Then that's the point, man. You guys said that has his stuff claiming this lie that he's a judo champion, and then he threatened physical violence with his hands against me at a place where I had a right to be. I was a paying member of that gym. Like I had a right to be there and train at 24 hours. I had a 24-hour pass, you know. So that didn't go too well. Yeah, I mean, he issued a public threat, public on social media that he was going to do it at my gym where I worked out at the time. It's like, okay, homie. No, he didn't offer to fly me out, not to my knowledge. So I mean, that was my response. It's like you can't do stuff like that. You're claiming you're a judo champion. That means that you are a deadly weapon. So your hands are a deadly threat if you threaten to put them on somebody in violence, especially unprovoked. Just because you didn't like some of my natty or not videos, they give you a right to use deadly force. Yeah, he's definitely mellowed out. It's like, yeah, you can't say stuff like that. Like she told him the same thing. She's like, you're in Texas, you can't. You're visiting here in Texas, you can't play like that. You can't start threatening people who will fuck you up. Uh, I mean, that's how I felt about it at the time. I'm like, this dude's claiming to be a judo champion, and he threatened to assault me while I'm working out. And he was actually physically going to be there. He had a trip and an event planned to be at my gym. No, dude, that's not cool. That's not cool, homie. Um, I mean, we don't have any beef now. I mean, I've let that go, obviously. I think he got the message loud and clear, but he had to be told through a third party who's like, you've never actually met Jason. Like, you've never sat down and talked to Jason for an hour. Like, you really don't want to do this. She's like, if you can't take it back, I can't let you come here. Jimbo, everyone I know carries, almost every guy I know. But I mean, I'm in a different group of people. Have you ever asked people shit like that? Get out of here. Mike Oren has anger issues. Need to address that. Well, I mean, it's underwater under the bridge, dude. Right. Yeah, rich piano people weaker individuals. But the problem was he got me mixed up with somebody else. Plus, my girl at the time was crazy. She probably would have done it faster than me. I'm not going to talk about that, but y'all don't even know. He probably wouldn't have got anywhere near me. I wouldn't have even seen him before she would have probably drew down. She was a little cray cray. Um, just saying. Y'all have no idea. Oh, like I probably wouldn't have even gotten around to it. Hey, Mario, that's a stupid question. Most of the I've been to events, most of them are smaller than me. Why are you going to date a woman who doesn't carry Quadzilla? Do you date useless women? You're going to date a woman who can't have your back at all. I hope you're kidding. All right, I'm already strapped up. Hey, Mario, you could just drop your whole question and just go over to remove anybody, remove any name, and just say a person breaks into my home while I'm here. Anybody for any reason. Doesn't matter who they are. What do you think is going to happen? How well do you see that ending? Be serious. Well, Quadzilla, maybe you need to date a different type of girl. That's all I'm saying. So let me ask you a question, Quad. If you had a wife, would you really want your wife walking around unarmed in today's world? You're telling me you'd be okay with that? Alec, that wasn't it. It was the threat of deadly force. So get the hell out of here. All right. Hey, Robert, why wouldn't they? You frequent businesses that put up those signs? Why would you give your money to a business that puts up a sign that doesn't allow you to carry? Are you a communist? You should probably go move to China like GVS, would be my response. If you frequent those sort of businesses, maybe you should just move to communist China. That sounds like your way of life. It's my opinion. If you just want my opinion, yeah, y'all might be from a different culture. You can have guns in the UK, Jimbo. You just can't get caught. Are there any coaches you respect and listen to their advice? I have friends who I listen to their advice. Robert, I would use my hands instead of a gun. That's not going to end well. Steroids are sort of legal. For all practical purposes, they might as well be. I had a police friend who did have a gun in the UK, but he was on a response team. But the regular street cops did. One of the guys on my powerlifting team was a regular street guy, and he didn't get to carry. But I knew another guy who did. No, I'm not interested in this. I'd consider a Tesla, though, to be fair. As the technology improves, that battery charged life is still an issue. As they get better with that, I'd totally consider it. All right. I've ridden in a couple of Teslas, and I was like, actually, these are actually pretty nice. I'll just get rid of that troll. For the record, I actually don't remember that. He might have. I literally don't remember it. I'm not saying he didn't offer. I'm saying I don't remember him doing it. He could have, but I'm being honest about not remembering. But I'm going to get rid of that guy. I have in the past. I prefer not to use straps for the RDL. It's just better with mixed grips. When will we have flying cars? Yeah, that's not going to happen. The people can't even handle 2 dimensions driving. You really want to put them in 3? Right? These people are weird. They expect you to remember he's lying because you don't remember something from 10 years ago or 9 years ago that you're just lying. Like, hey guys, you guys obsess over tiny details that I guarantee you I don't remember. I guarantee you H is the type of snowflake who would vandalize a Tesla. I don't even understand this whole Tesla vandalization thing. I don't even get it. I literally don't understand. Okay. So my understanding, keep in mind, guys, I'm technically a moderate. I'm a libertarian leaning moderate, which according to the far left makes me a right-wing extremist now, apparently. So let me break this down. And even though I'm a moderate, yes, I did still vote for Trump because it was a lesser of two evils. And I'm terrified of what happened to the economy under the last administration. I voted to save my own butt financially. I'm a business owner. I can't afford 4 more years of that crap. I voted to keep food on my plate. Okay, let me be clear. I voted to keep a roof over my head and food on my table. Now, that being said, here's what I don't get with this stupid ass Tesla thing right now. The far left has been pro EV, pro environment, right? This has been the thing. So as soon as they don't like the politics of someone, they now want to destroy the EVs. They want to destroy them. So the environment doesn't matter anymore as soon as you don't like the politics of somebody. Okay. So then they're burning them. It's grand theft auto. I mean, arson of a vehicle is going to be a serious felony. They may push to turn this into domestic terrorism. They could get up to life in prison in the federal pen for this. Okay. So imagine hating someone so much that you disregard your own politics and say, I'm going to be anti-environment now, burn this vehicle, right? You do that. You go to prison potentially for life if they make it domestic terrorism. So you hate this guy so much, you're going to not only get rid of an electric vehicle and go against your other stance, you're going to go to prison for life. Okay, and then are you ready for the big part? The insurance company, because it's going to have full coverage, is probably going to replace the vehicle with something of equal value, which will be another Tesla. So then you're going to go to prison for life and will have bought a whole new Tesla for the person with their insurance money and gave Elon another sale. And that's worth going to prison for, apparently. Does this make sense to anybody? Is anybody following the logic of this stupidity? I literally don't get it. The level of stupidity. But Jimbo, let's come back over to the point. You say, okay, so you don't like Elon, right? Okay, fair. That's your right. Hey, dude, you are well within your right to hate somebody and dislike their politics. Okay, let me be clear. You have a right. You have a right to express that, Jimbo. But literally, to claim to care about the environment, so then you're going to destroy EVs. So you're going to go against your own environmental position. You're going to go to prison, and you're still going to sell a new Tesla because their insurance is going to buy another one from Tesla to replace the one that you burned. You're literally selling new cars. It sounds like you love him. Like if you're supporting this, this is the end result. Do you not understand how insane that is? I mean, you talk about a mental illness. No, Winston's really tied up with some stuff. He's not doing any podcasts for a bit. Oh man. All right, guys, we're past the hour. I'm gonna go ahead and wind this down. I have a client call in about an hour, so I gotta hop off here anyways. We'll give you guys a sip shot before we go. Oh, Mount Cepheus.